Hello everyone, you're welcome to my channel. If you are a new subscriber, please keep watching. If you have been watching my videos, I appreciate a lot. Thank you very much. So without wasting much of your time, I'll be showing you how I make my mouth-watering banga stew. So keep watching as I introduce you into the cooking. This stew can be served with rice, beans, yam. Some even use swallow with the stew. Whichever way you want, you can serve yourself to your satisfaction. Just know there is no restriction to however you choose to eat your ofeakwu. You can try your ofeakwu, your palmstew with so many varieties of things. You can eat it with corn pudding. You can eat it with rice, beans, so with yam. So whichever way you enjoy, you can do that. Firstly, I'll be washing my palm fruit with salt. So make sure you take this step whenever you buy your palm fruit from your local market. So to make sure you get rid of those dates, use salt to wash it properly. Because when you buy the fruit in the market, you find out that most of the fruit has rotten ones inside. So you have to carefully pick those ones out and wash it properly with salt to get rid of any germs on the palm fruits. So after washing the palm fruit with water and salt, I'll be boiling the palm fruit for 15 to 20 minutes. So after that, I'll be pounding the palm fruit using mortar and pestle. So always make sure you pound your palm fruit nicely so you can get enough extract from it. Here also I have my onion, I have my pepper, I have my crayfish, which I'll be preparing all together by pounding them and set aside for the cooking. Here I have my local Banga spice, which gives this stew the best aroma you can ever think of. Actually, I don't know what those seeds are called, but you can ask about this nut from your local market. There are lots of spices in the market, so don't get confused when it comes to your palmstew. Each ingredients are unique, and mind you, you can't use any house spice for the palmstew, for by so doing the taste of the palmstew might taste different, and you don't want that to happen to your cooking. Always make sure you go for the natural ingredients. They are very much better than using every other spices you might see at the market. So make sure you check for the natural ingredients. So I'll be grinding all the seeds together for the cooking. The black one actually is ogiri, obei, which I'll be grinding together with the seed. Here I have my two vegetables which I'll be using for this stew. I have my saint leaf and I have my pumpkin leaf which I'll be using for this cooking. Here is goat meat and skin hide or more, which I'll be using for the cooking. I have washed them properly and carefully take away every dirty part out of the meat. Now it's ready to be cooked. I bet you cooking your palmstew with goat meat will give it a lovely taste. You can also choose to use roundabouts for this stew, But for me here, I'm using my goat meat and the taste is very nice and lovely. So give it a trial. If you haven't been using goat meat, just give it a trial. So for the meat stock, I'll be spicing the meat with maggi, salt, onion, mevina, and white onion. Mind you, this is the first base to every successful pot of soup. Make sure you get it right here and don't overdo it. You might choose to leave it sit for 30 minutes to absorb the spices, but if you are so impatient like me, you can get that cooking right away. Either way, you are not doing it wrong. So after spicing the meat, I'll be placing it on the cooker to cook for 10 to 15 minutes. But this will depend on how tough the meat is. If your meat is very tough, you might choose to extend the cooking duration to more minutes. But here I'll be cooking mine for 10 to 15 minutes because I'm using a goat meat and the skin is not that hard. So after adding up all the spices, I'll cover it up to let it cook for a while. So now the meat is perfectly cooked. So here, after cooking for a while, I'll bring it down and set aside. In this pot is my cooked palm fruits. It's well cooked and ready for pounding. So after pounding, I'll be extracting the juice from those nuts with the help of extra water. So after extracting the palm fruit, this is all I got from it. So here I'll be putting this on a cooker and let it cook for a while. I'm not adding anything actually at this point. I'll just let it cook for some minutes and I'll come back to show you what I'll be doing to it. So at this point, you can see how good the extract is boiling. Remember, I haven't added anything to it. I just let it boil on its own. Also here on the top, you can see some foam forming on top of the pot. My mom will always advise me to take away this foam like forming on top of the pot to ensure a healthy palm stew. So with the help of my spoon, I'll be scooping it out to get a clearer view of the palm extract. So here you can see how clear my palm extract is after removing the foam like forming on top of the pot. Now that I'm done removing every unwanted residue, the palm extract is clear and I can go ahead and start adding any ingredients at this point. I will start by adding my washed stockfish and continue cooking until the stew starts thickening. You can still wash the stockfish using cold water, but here I prefer washing stockfish with hot water so as to get every stocked dirt out from the fish. So here is my onion, pepper and crayfish which I have blended together. So now I'll be adding my crayfish, onion and pepper into the cooking pots. Here also is my local Banga spice nuts which I have grinded together on a mortar and pestle to achieve this. You can also grind yours on a blender if you have a stronger blender, but mine I have them grinded on a mortar and with pestle. So here the stew is beginning to thicken. Here I'll be adding up my cooked meats. And also at this point, you check for taste, check for salt, check for spice. No anyone to add up at this rate. So here I'll be adding up my sliced scent leaf into the palm stew and let it go for 2 to 3 minutes. So if you have been watching this video up to this moment, you are most amazing. Thank you for watching. Please, if you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, please click the bell icon, subscribe to our channel, so whenever we make a new video like this, you'll be among the first to see our videos. So here I'll be adding up my vegetables bit by bit after turning down the heat. The reason why I turn off the heat is to make sure my vegetables are fresh after cooking. So you don't want to overcook your vegetables. You still want them fresh even while you are still eating, and when you still preserve it in your refrigerator. So here, after adding, I'll give it a little stir until I'm done. So you can see your palm stew is ready. You can serve this hot with white rice and whatsoever way you choose to eat your palm stew. You can go ahead and serve this moment.